let's go ahead and begin kneeling with the silk in front of you. Take your arms around the fabric, go from the inside, find your 2 ropes, and then slide your hands together, creating a wrist wrap. From here, knees are about 6 inches apart, about hip width distance apart. Big toes together, take your sit bones back towards your heels, extend your arms forward and line up your biceps with your ears, create length into the spine, and drop your chest down towards the ground. Make sure to be lengthening from the back line of the neck and lengthening from the crown of the head. We'll start to attune awareness into the breathing, inhaling through your nose, expanding the lungs, breathing into the belly. Exhale, closing off the back of your throat. Working into Ujjayi breathing. Continue a few rounds like that in stillness. Inhaling through your nose, fill up the lungs. Exhale through your nose, close off the back of your throat. Let's go for 3. 4. And last round for 5. And allow your next inhale to rise you up, shifting forward a little bit. So you're coming more into a tabletop position, and then we're going to bend into the elbows, pull the elbows towards one another, tilt the tailbone up, inhale, look up, stretching the whole front line of the spine. And then on the exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, press the fabric forward as you draw your chin into your chest, lengthen the back line of the spine. Do that a few more times. Inhale, pull down the silk, tilt the tailbone up, look up. Exhale, tuck around the spine, belly in, chin into the chest, press the silk forward. 3 more like that. Inhale, move with your breath, look up. Exhale, tuck and round. As you're moving, move from the crown of the head all the way down to the tip of the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Moving into spinal undulations. Inhale, pull down the silk like you're going into cow pose, and then you use the strength of your arms to lift your body up. Pin those elbows towards the ribs. Keep the chest up. When you lean back, extend your arms, drop your hips, tuck your chin, and then start again. Inhale, forward, lift up. Exhale, lean back, elbows towards the ribs, and down. Inhale, forward. Lift up, exhale, back and down. Feel a nice massage happening throughout the spine. 2 more rounds like this. Inhale as you go forward. Exhale as you go back. And now this last round, when we go back, we're going to go back and hold for Camel Pose, Ustrasana. So hip bones go up, full extension, the arms if you can. Rotate the elbow creases back towards the wall behind you. Continuously keep pressing your pelvis forward. Allow your head to be heavy. Thighs are engaged, arms are engaged. Breathe. Gently release your hips back towards your heels. Come back to that child's pose position, pressing the silk forward, lining up your arms with your ears, and take a pause once you're there. Roll up onto your knees, cross at your ankles, roll over your feet, open up your legs wide to a straddle position, and then pull down the silk so you can adjust and slide your pelvis right underneath your plumb line, the direct center of the fabric. Interlace the fingers, create a bind on the silk. Start to press the fabric forward, keep the legs engaged. Now you can either point or flex the feet, but make sure the legs are engaged, whatever you decide. Spine is long, pelvis is moving forward. And try to feel a stretch here into the hips and the groin. Also, you might feel a little stretch into the lower back. Navel is pulling in, ribs are pulling in, and then just gently swing the body, the upper body side to side. And we've done it a few times. Stop in the center, press a little bit deeper, stretch a little bit further. Lift your body up so shoulders stack directly over the hips. Squeeze those legs together. Point your toes. Slide your hands up as high in the silk as you can get them. Lean back, rotate elbow crease back. Root the entire part of your feet down so your feet are flat. Lift your hips, drop your head back. Tuck your chin and just gently start to walk back, pull yourself all the way up to a standing position. Once you come up to standing, take a few steps forward so you're right underneath your plumb line, right under your rigging, and feet are about 6 inches apart. Inhale, take your arms over your head and out towards the side so the silk ends up behind you. Flex your hands. The fabric should be in line with the thumbs and the fingers. Actively press out from the heel of the hands. Legs are engaged, belly is in, ribs are in, and just gentle twisting side to side. As you do this, keep your arms locked, your elbows straight. Just doing this little warm up side to side. And then stop in the middle. Lift your heels, lift your chest, lift your gaze, look up, keep pushing out with your arms, finding a little back bend here and challenging the balance. And then with your exhale, come back through center, heels down, hands back, sliding your hands down so you can come into a forward fold, bringing the belly towards the thighs, tucking the chin on the way down, and shifting a little bit more weight towards the toes. Press the palms into the fabric, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, flat back, shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper and warm up the legs. You can alternate bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg, keeping the heels down, and then just alternating side to side. Bend into both knees, tuck your chin, round up one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to come up on your way up. Press the arms up, open up the chest, look up. Once again, finding that back bend, heels up, chest up. Keep pressing out with your arms. Come back to a neutral position, place the heels down, move the fabric back behind you, and catch the fabric just underneath your shoulder blades, right to about bra strap height. And then lower down into your chair pose. Feet are 6 inches apart. Drop your pelvis down. Interlace the fingers, support your head. Allow your head to drop back into your palms, elbows wide, pressing the elbows towards the ground, opening up here through the front line of the spine. And then start to extend your legs, turn your toes open. You can open up the distance between your feet if you need to. Hips up and alternate bending one knee and then the other, swinging side to side. As you just continue to keep dropping your weight back into the silk, so you feel a nice compression into the mid-back, right where the fabric is across the back. Incorporating the arms, so a little tuck of the chin, extend the arms. When you swing right, drop the right arm down, creating a side stretch. When you swing left, drop the left arm down, creating a side stretch, and repeating that side to side. Back through center, stopping the middle. Arms up in the silk, drop your hips down, coming back to chair pose with the toes forward. Extend your right leg forward, flex out through the heel, line up the heel with the hip, and then 6 times we're going to lift and lower that leg. So the leg is going to stay straight. We're going to pulse it up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold, bend into the knee, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and then drop the right knee down. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Try to get the palms together, wrist straight and elbows straight. Adjust this left foot center to the mat if it's not already. Continue to keep pressing your right knee towards the ground. Extend the left leg, lean back, either keep your chin tucked or drop your head back to open up the right hip. The hands are reaching away from the hips, straight down towards the ground and back behind you to open up the shoulders. Tuck the chin first, and then bend into the left knee, arms up on the silk. Arms are straight. Big step back with the right foot for Anjali Asana, finding that crescent lunge. So take that right right leg way back, rise up a little bit so you can square the hips off. So right hip bone is going to go forward, left hip bone is going to go back. Look down at the left knee and make sure the left knee is stacked directly over the left ankle. The right heel is pushing forward, right knee away from the ground, and a deep bend into that left knee to find that lunge position. Shoulders continuously pull down the back, chest is up, gaze is forward. Push the feet down in towards the ground so the legs are active. Reach the arms back on your inhale, taking a little back bend. Palms are facing one another. Thumbs point down towards the floor. And then right away into airplane pose. So come back through center, take your arms out to the side. Lower your back knee down. Slide this left foot back so it's right center with your mat. And then shift forward, extending the arms out to the side into rotation to the right hip. Try to get the arms and that right leg parallel to the floor. Lengthen from the crown of the head, spine is long, find your balance. And then inhale here, exhale, tuck and round, bend the right knee in, release your fingers just below the knee and hug it into the nose. Inhale, open up, extend it back. Exhale, go for 2. Tuck in and back. 3. And back. 4, just building a little bit of heat. And back. 5. And back. Last one, pulling it in. Extend back and hold. Flex the right foot, bend the right knee, so the sole of the right foot is facing up towards the ceiling. And then a few pulses up and down, little micro movements. We pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Grab a hold of the silk, stand all the way into your left leg. Pull your right knee in, belly in, find your balance once you're there. Elbows move in front of the silk. Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana C. Right leg goes back, arms go forward. Slide your hands down the silk all the way until they meet and then create a bind. So you're going to interlock all 10 fingers. Line up your biceps with your ears. Press the silk forward, right leg back. Try to get 2 shoulders in one line, so the right shoulder has to come down a little bit. 2 hips in one line. Initially rotating that right hip. And gently take the right foot down to meet the left. Bend into the knees and the elbows on your landing, and then very gently, 1 vertebrae at a time, roll yourself all the way back up. Take your arms up over your head. Bring the silk back behind you. Right away into your second set. So lower down into chair pose. We're going to change up the second set just a little bit. So toe heel your feet about the distance of the mat. You can go a little wider if you'd like. Pulling taffy. Take your hips back. Bend into your right knee, allow your right to swing right. Extend the right leg, hips forward and left. So you end up making a full rotation around, full circles. We'll go for 3. Keep your hips heavy. 4. 5. 6, and then reverse your direction the other way. First 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Come back through center. Adjust those feet once again, 6 inches apart, coming back to that chair pose. Extend the left leg forward, flex the foot, kick out through the heel, try to get the heel in the same line as the hip. Pulse it up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold, bend into the knee, stack the ankle just above the right knee, push the left knee down. Adjust the right foot to the center of the mat, interlace the fingers, drop the head back into the palms, elbows wide, continuously keep pressing the left knee to the ground, extend the right leg, hips up, lean back, stretch your body back, the right foot should be flat. Use the strength of your arms to pull your head back through center. Bend into the right knee, coming right back to where we just came from. Arms up, big step back with the left foot. Remember, you can rise up a little bit just to get your feet where you want them. Right hip bone is moving back. Left hip bone is moving down and forward. Deep bend into the right knee. Look down at the right knee. And make sure the right knee is directly over the ankle. Press the left knee away from the ground. Sink down into the legs. Both legs are active. Belly is in. Core is engaged. Adding that back bend. Turn the palms to face one another. Thumbs point back behind you. And then start to stretch the thumbs back towards the floor. Arms are straight. Shoulders down away from the ears. Legs stay strong. Back through neutral, drop the left knee down towards the ground. Step your right foot back. Shift your weight, coming right into airplane pose. So guide the fabric to the front of your shoulders. You have this little vest. Arms up to the side, parallel to the ground. Lift the left leg and internally rotate that left hip. Find your balance. Inhale here. Exhale round, pull the knee in, contract the core. Grab just below the knee and then bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, open, move really slow, move like you're moving through water. Exhale, contract, pull in, use the core muscles. Go for 3. 2. Last one. Make your way back to your starting position. Flex the left foot, bend the left knee, so the sole of the left foot is facing up towards the ceiling. And those little pulses here through that left leg, so we pulse up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Grab a hold of the silk, stand all the way up, pull the left knee in towards the body. Find your balance. Elbows reach in front of the silk. Kick the left leg back, slide the hands down all the way until the wrists meet. Interlock all 10 fingers. Line up biceps with the ears, try to get 2 shoulders in one line. Extend the left leg straight back. Internally rotate the left hip, try to get 2 hips in one line. Find your balance, belly in. Right leg is straight and strong. Push the silk forward, left leg is straight and strong and back. And step the left foot down, bend into the knees, bend into the elbows, round, tuck your chin, and then roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. All right, moving into our first inversion. So you can release your hands, catch a hold of the fabric with the palms facing down. The hands should be about shoulder distance apart or about hip width distance apart. Fingers are in front. Come up onto your toes to the center of your mat and press the fabric as low as you can get it. Ideally to touch the thighs is going to be best. Once you have that, glue that in place. Take a few steps forward towards the front of the mat and then push your hip bones into the silk so that it doesn't move while we bow forward. From there, bow your body forward to take your hands to the ground. Make sure the hands are grounded before you start to walk your feet back. Once you walk your feet back, take them away from the ground, and then legs parallel to the ground, so take them back behind you. You can do deeper with the toes towards the ground. It'll be a little bit more intense than the hips. It's up to you what you feel most comfortable with. Now lock out those arms, palms are flat, and just gently swing the feet side to side. As you're swinging, no bending into the elbows. The legs stay squeezing together. And then stop in the middle. Reach your toes a little bit closer towards the ground now, so they're just to a hover. And see if you can play around with your balance, releasing your hands from the ground. If you can release your hands, bring your chest towards your thighs towards your chest. Interlace your fingers behind your back, palms together, lock out the elbows, and find a floating stretch. Continue to keep squeezing your legs together. Thighs are pulling towards the chest towards the thighs, and then pressing the hands away from your hips down towards the ground. Take a few breaths. Making this a little bit deeper, bend the knees, take the heels towards the butt. If that's too intense, stay with a straight leg option. And then take the legs back to that pike position. Take your hands down towards the ground underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers, look in between your thumbs, and then push the ground away so you're coming into a push-up position. From there, open up your legs so toes go wide and toes up towards the sky. Press your chest back, reaching the crown of the head towards the ground, and then gently walk back for your handstand. Now you can decide how far back you go. The further you walk back, the higher your hips are going to get, which means the more weight you're going to feel into your arms. Also, depending on your space, you only want to walk as far as you can if there's a wall, a couch, anything like that right behind you. Try to go as far back as where you can get your entire body stacked. So your shoulders are stacked over your wrists and your hips are stacked over your shoulders. Keep pressing everything strong. Neck is relaxed. Breathe. Now the silk's going to want to pull you, so you're going to have to go slow. Shift your gaze forward. Gently start to walk your hands halfway back to the center of the mat. Good. Once you have that shoulders over the wrists, take your feet around the fabric. You can either hook the fabric to the tops of the feet and shift your gaze forward, knees are wide. Or if you have a little more flexibility in the spine, hook the fabric to the creases of the knees, toes together, and find your scorpion pose. Keep your shoulders over your wrists, fingers spread wide, gaze is forward. Press out of the shoulders, find that back bend. And then very gently take your legs back to a straddle position, crawl yourself forward. Coming back to where we started. Finding that traditional hip hang. Now take both hands, so they're right underneath your shoulders, and then move your left hand directly underneath your nose, so to be center with the mat. Reach your right hand up. Now you're going to take your thumb towards your bum. So thumb is on the inside of the silk, fingers are on the outside of the silk, and then slide your hand up as high as you can, coming onto the left fingers. From here, keep the chest up, reach the left hand up as well, and try to work your hands up as high as possible. Once you have that, you're starting to feel a little stretch into the shoulders, take one foot down, so you can give yourself a little push, bend your knees, take your toes towards the back of your head, keep your gaze forward for flying bow. You want to stop on your forward swing. So the next time you come forward towards the front of your mat, you're going to take both feet down, ground your feet, lower your body down, take a moment just to stretch the spine. And then very, very gently, very slowly, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a pause once you're there. Allow the blood, everything to settle back through the body. And then moving into leg stretches. So silk is going to remain in front of you. You're going to find the edge of the silk that's closest to you, fan it open. And then grab 6 handfuls of the silk. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Step your left foot underneath your plumb line. Right leg is going to go in, and just like you're pulling on pantyhose, you're going to slide the fabric all the way up to the opposite hip. Once you have that, right hip bone is going to move back, left hip bone is going to move forward to get 2 hips in one line. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. And then exhale, take your arms through the silk and try to get them all the way to the front edge of the fabric, so they should peek out through the front. Wrists are not at the shoulders, put the shoulders down away from your ears, lock out your arms, palms are facing one another. And then peekaboo, we're going to press the silk as wide as we can, activating the arms and the upper back. Now keep pressing the silk wide and do little pulses from here. So you're going to go wider. So you're going to go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, hips are going to move back. You're going to reach your fingers as far forward as you can. If you can interlace the fingers, grab a hold of the ball of the foot, elbows towards the shins, and round your spine forward. If you can't grab a hold of the foot, just grab a hold of the shin or as close as towards the foot as possible. Tuck the chin, rounding the spine, belly in. Inhale, pull the navel in, rise all the way up, stretch your arms up towards the sky. Lengthen up, palms together, and then we're going to take a little twist. So left hand is going to go inside the silk. Once again, try to get it peeking out to the other side. The middle fingers lined up with the center of the shoulder, and then inhale, stretch the right arm up and back, look past the right shoulder. Absolutely no leaning back here or dumping into the lower back. So spine is going to stay straight, and just create that rotation, looking past the right shoulder. Now the wrists and elbows and shoulders should all be in one line. Inhale and wind, palms connect over your head. And then pivoting on that left foot, opening yourself out to the left. Left toes are going to be open slightly. Point your right toes, inhale, stretch up, and then right hand is going to go inside the silk, left arm goes inside the silk, and you're working to find a side bend here. Now try to stack two shoulders in one line. So the left shoulder usually has to come back a little bit to get two shoulders in one line, and then left hip presses back. Breathe into the left side of the ribs. Feel the stretch. Move from the core. Inhale, gently rise up. Both arms up over your head. Now take your time in case you lose your balance. So bend into the left knee. Bring your hands into your heart. Sink down as far as you can go, as far as the silk will allow you to go. And then take two hands down towards the ground. Walk yourself towards the front edge of your mat to get both legs straight. Left hand underneath your nose. Right arm stretches up. Make sure you're not swinging this right leg back. So the right leg should stay right where it started. And find a twist looking past the right shoulder. Right hand down, bend into the left knee. Walk all the way towards the back of your mat. So you're going to turn your left toes towards that back edge. Internally rotate your right hip. Bend into the left knee. Come onto the fingertips. And very slowly, so you don't become dizzy, we're going to stand all the way up. So you're going to press into that left leg. Arms go out for balance. And all the way up. Feel that little back bend on that right side. Palms together. Now look up. See if you can grab two ropes. Grabbing a hold of the fabric should fit comfortably into the palm. Thumb should be in front. You're going to push off your left foot, go for a little swing and a little ride. Bending the left knee, taking the toe towards the right knee. Right leg should stay straight. Eyes, gazes forward. When you swing towards that back edge of the mat, take the left foot back down. Keep the right hand where it is, drop the left arm down, and then turn your body completely around. So once again, you're facing the front. We're going to end with Pigeon Pose. So flex the right foot, turn the right foot out to the right, bend into the knee. Now if I turn this way, you can either keep the fabric all the way up the legs so the entire leg is supported. That will keep you a little bit higher, especially if your hips are tight, or if you're a little more flexible, slide the fabric down towards the knee, and that will give you a little bit more depth. I'm going to show you with it down at the knee. So adjust wherever you need the silk, and then find your two ropes. Grab about head height, pivot your left toes forward, elbows in. Lift your left heel and gently start to shift your body forward so you're coming into a hip stretch. Keep the shoulders relaxed the entire time. Left heel is pressing away from the ground. Breathe. Take your weight back onto your left foot. Extend the right leg. And then grab a hold of those 6 handfuls to take your right foot completely out. Switching right into the left side. So we already have those 6 handfuls for that left side. Connect your left foot in. Slide it all the way up to the hip so the leg is fully supported. Square your hips off. Left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, arms overhead. And then exhale, peekaboo those arms through to the other side of the silk. Line up your middle finger with your shoulder, palms facing the thumbs up, and then press the back of your arms into the silk for peekaboo. We'll do those pulses for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips back, stretch your arms forward. Try to interlace your fingers at the ball of the foot, elbows torsions round the spine, or grab as close to the foot as you possibly can. Inhale, reach past those toes. Rise all the way up. And then taking that gentle twist. So right arm this time is going to go through. Line up the middle finger with the shoulder. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Keep your spine straight and start to twist. Look past your left shoulder. And try to get the wrists, the elbows, and the shoulders all in one line. Inhale, unwind, palms together, look forward. Pivot on your right foot, open yourself out towards the right, turn the right toes out to the right. Then taking that side bend into the fabric. So left arm is going to reach inside. Start to take your body through. Right arm comes up and over, palm is facing down. Now pull the right shoulder back to get 2 shoulders in one line, and right hip back to get 2 hips in one line. Use your inhale, move from your core to gently rise up. Bring your hands into your heart when you bend into your right knee. Take your hands towards the ground. You can always take them on the blocks here if the ground is too far away. Press the right leg straight, crawling your hands a little bit more towards the front edge of the mat. And then right hand directly underneath your nose, left arm up. Find that twist, open up the left shoulder. Left hand down towards the ground. Bend into the right knee. Walk yourself all the way around so you're facing the back edge of the mat. So turn your right toes completely towards the back edge of the mat. Inhale and rotate that left hip. We're going to stand all the way up. So arms go out. Extend the right leg. Stand all the way up. Palms connect. Look up. Find the 2 edges of the silk. Work those arms up as high as you can, thumbs in front, push off your right foot, bend your right knee, take the toe towards the left knee. Building up a little bit of grip and arm strength here. And then the next time you swing towards the back edge of the mat, place the right foot down, release the right arm down, and then you're just going to turn yourself all the way to face the front. Pigeon pose. So try to do the same variation when you down the other side. So left foot is flexed, turn the left foot out to the left, bend into the knee, isolate down the other side, so we're going to do on this side. Grab your 2 ropes. Hands are in line with your head, elbows in and down. Pivot your right toes forward, lift the right heel, and stretch forward, lowering down into that hip stretch. Shoulders are relaxed the entire time, down away from the ears. And gently shift back. Extend the left leg. And stay when we got in, we're going to get out, collecting all the fabric. So you can step the left foot out. All right, doing a little bit of upper body strength before we take our second round of inversion. So move the silk back behind you and create a double arm wrap here. So we're going to take those arms around, wrap once, twice, and then just grab a hold of the silk. Once you have that, get your arms as high as possible. So we're going to do knee tucks from here. We're going to do 6 of those. So holding on, grip is really, really tight, shoulders down away from the ears. You're going to inhale. Exhale, pull your knees into your chest. And tap them down. Go for 2, and down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, and 6. Pause, feet down. Take a moment just to open up your hands and stretch out your fingers. And then grab a hold of silk. We're gonna do 3 full tucks in. So knees are gonna come in, elbows are gonna come in. You're gonna do a big push off the ground. So inhale to prepare, exhale, everything comes in and down. Inhale, exhale, everything in and down. One more time, inhale, exhale, everything in and down. Take a pause, open up your hands, stretch the fingers. And then release your arms. Silk is already behind you. Thumbs are inside, fingers are outside. Line up the fabric with the sacrum. So right at the bottom of that lower back, just above your glutes. Thumbs are inside, fingers are outside. Pull your right knee in towards your chest, contract your core. Keep it close as you lean back. Pull the other knee in and slide your arms up. Starting in this tuck position, chin is higher than the chest. Chest is higher than the hips. Take your right leg up, your left leg parallel to the ground, feel the core engage. Switch your legs for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend into the knees, pause, breathe. Left leg up, right leg parallel to the ground, and switch for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Take a moment to rest. Going for that full inversion. So you're going to open up your knees. Make sure the fabric is in front of your thighs. Take your feet around. Hook the fabric to the tops of the feet. Knees are wide. Arms are going to come out to the side, just the fingertips on the mat. Feel traction here in the spine, and see if you can completely relax. So the only thing that's really working here is the feet, to keep your feet hooked. Decompressing the entire length of the spine. Head is heavy. Shoulders are relaxed. Now keep your left leg where it is. We're going to take Gazelle on the right side. So extend the right leg out to a half straddle position. Keep it parallel to the ground and bring it back behind you. Keep the legs straight. This is extending Gazelle. The arms are extended, the leg is extended. Breathe. Reach your left hand forward out in front of you. Bend into your right knee. Reach your right hand back. Catch a hold of the outer edge of the foot. Push the foot into the hand into the foot. Half bound Gazelle. If you feel like you can trust yourself here, reach the left hand back, catch a hold of the arch, and push the foot away for a full bound Gazelle. Release your arms out to the side, take your right leg back around. Coming to that double hook, pause there. Feel the difference in each side. And then moving into left. Take the left leg out, bring it back behind you, keep it parallel to the ground. Right hand reaches out in front of you. Left hand, you're going to reach back, catch a hold of the outer edge of the foot, or half bound. And if you like, going for a full bind. Hands down, take that leg back around. We're going to do a double crochet here. So take both hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers, take a little bit of weight into your hands, you keep your feet flexed, slide both feet up the silk, try to get them as high as you can, and then squeeze your legs together, find a handstand position. If you want for balance, you can look in between your thumbs. No dumping in the lower back, so tuck the tailbone, ribs in, if you can, chin is tucked, squeeze on the silk, flexed. And then let's just traction. Keep the legs exactly how they are. Just release the arms. You can give yourself a little swing. Grab opposite elbows and relax. Look to your navel, catch a hold of the fabric, release your feet, only come out halfway. So bend your knees and your chest, get your head higher than your heart, arms are straight. And then take both feet down towards the ground, catch the fabric to that mid-back, and find chair pose. Allowing everything to settle back through your body, allowing the blood to settle, your breath to return back to normal. And then whenever you feel ready, stand up into your legs and turn around so you can face the silk. So we're going to take angel flip into the fabric. So find the closest edge of the fabric. Fan it open, make sure there's no folds or twists, anything like that in the silk. Now using your right hand, place your right thumb inside the fabric and then open up your hand like you're holding a platter and then hook the fabric over your fingertips. So you have this little finger puppet. Look over your left shoulder, turn towards the front and extend the arm. Step underneath your fabric so you're right underneath your plumb line. Take the left hand into the silk as well, thumb should be in front, and then open up the fabric as wide as the shoulders go evenly to the right and the left. Bring that edge of the silk over your shoulders like a shawl, and then bow forward, lift your elbows up, bring your knuckles towards your rib cage, come up and take a moment, make sure you've got your chicken wings. Bow forward, continue holding on the fabric, just slide your arms up that edge, so arms are perfectly straight, thumbs are outside the silk. Take a few steps back. The further you step back, the lower the chest is going to get towards the ground. It's going to make this a little bit more accessible. And think about doing a little somersault. So shoulders are going to stay down, bending the knees, kicking the heels to the butt, and somersaulting your way all the way into the silk. So bend the knees, heels to butt. And all the way in. Once you're in, push the fabric out to the toes. Pull yourself up to a seated position. Bring your feet bones together, slide your heels in, knees open, and then take both arms through the opening of the fabric in front of you. Move your shoulders in front of the silk. Roll your shoulders as low as possible, bringing your chest towards your feet. Knees are open out to the side. And then interlace your fingers, cup your heels, round your spine, tuck your chin, stretching into the hips and the back. If it feels good, you can do little movements through the head, just soften the neck and the shoulders. And then gently stay forward like this. You're just going to start to extend your legs, flexing the feet. Get those legs fully straight if possible. If it's too much of a stretch in your hamstrings, just soften the knees. And then reach forward, grabbing at the ball of the feet. Pull back in the feet, bend the elbows, and round the spine forward. Point your toes. Gently roll your head back up on your spine. Take both hands to the back edge of the silk. Thumbs are inside, fingers are outside. We're going to take one more inversion here. If at this point taking that inversion doesn't feel nurturing for your body, you can always feel free to skip this one. All right, so I'm going to slide my hands down, shifting my chest towards my thighs, and trying to line up the fabric with the sacrum, just above the glutes. And then pinning that in place as I lay back, taking some weight into the fabric, and then arms up. Pausing at this halfway point is going to give me a nice assistance so that I can adjust the fabric to an ideal spot on the hips. Once I have that, I'm going to start to lower my upper body down. You can keep holding on the silk if I'd like, or I can go ahead and bring myself back through center for you. Interlace the fingers behind the back, and I'll interlace the uncomfortable way and stretch the hands away from the back. Now this is just an option. You can always grab opposite elbows. You can take your arms out to the side. It's up to you what you want to play around with. Now keep those legs together. Feel the spine opening, neck is relaxed. And then release your hands, tuck your chin, look to your belly, catch a hold of the silk, very, very gently pull yourself back up to seated position. We're going to take a little counter stretch here first. So work the fabric all the way out to the knees, squeeze your heels to your butt, rounding your body forward, tucking your chin. A little counter stretch on the spine. And then inhale, roll your body up, reach your arms up towards the sky, palms connect. Spinal twist, take your right hand through the opening of the silk in front and bring it right outside the left knee. Press the two together. Inhale the left arm up, and then you want to take the fabric in between your thumb and your pointer finger. Line up your wrist with your elbow with your shoulder. Inhale, lift the spine, and exhale, rotate. You're going to push the fabric towards that left knee as you twist. Inhale, unwind, stretch your arms up, palms together, quick switch to the sides. Take your left arm through, outside the right knee, press the two together. Inhale, stretch the right arm up, and then bend into the elbow, catching the fabric in between the thumb and the pointer finger. Line up the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder. Inhale, extend the spine, exhale, rotate, pressing the silk forward. Looking past your right shoulder, belly is in. Inhale, come up through center, grab the two edges of the silk and behind you, and then lay yourself back so the fabric catches past your head, and then work the fabric all the way out to your toes, palms together over your head, take a full body stretch, and then turn your body completely onto the right side, so you're stacking your shoulders and stacking your hips. Inhale, stretch your fingers and toes back behind you, bend your knees, take your heels, your butt, find a little back bend. Exhale, stretch your fingers and toes together out in front of you. Do that a few times. Create a little flexion extension in the spine. Move with your breath. Inhale, back bending. Exhale, forward bending. Make your way onto your back. Square off your hips and your shoulders. Extend your right leg up towards the sky. Reach your hands up. Catch either behind the knee at the calf or at the ankle or foot and stretch the right leg into the body. Feel the hamstrings and the back line of this right leg coming into your stretch. Shoulders are relaxed down away from your ears. And left leg should remain straight and active. Every exhale so you can get the right leg a little bit closer. Now seeing if you can move your hands even closer to the foot now. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Keep pulling on the leg. Exhale, contract your core and use your abdominal muscles to bring your nose up towards your shin or towards your knee. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the leg. Release the head. Once again, find a full body stretch. Turn your body completely onto the left side now. And then inhale, stretching your fingers and toes back behind you, opening up the spine. Exhale, fingers and toes out in front of you, closing the spine. And repeat that a few times. Back bending and forward bending. Done that a few times, you can make your way back onto your back. It's going to be the left leg. Reach the left leg up towards the sky. Grab either behind the knee at the calf or at the foot and hug the leg in. For these first few breaths, keep the upper body relaxed, just being supported by the silk. So right leg is active, right leg is long. Grab a little bit closer towards the foot. Contract the core. Bring the nose up towards the shin. Use the abdominal muscles to get a deep stretch here. And gently release the leg. Release the head down. Now last time, full body stretch. Biceps line up with the ears. Palms together. And then just stay on your back here, gentle side bending, side to side. So fingers and toes go to the right, fingers and toes go towards the left. And then just finding stillness, coming back through center, crossing your arms over your chest. Closing your eyes, allowing your body to be held in the fabric. Release any control on your breath. Just allow the breath to move freely. In through the nose, out through the nose. Release any tension in your body and allow your entire body to be still, heavy, and relaxed. Finally, just soften your mind, allowing even your mind to be still. Calming breath, body,